Woo! What's going on, guys? Xbox events. I know some of you get tired of that. I know some of you get like really anticipating events. You know, when it comes to events in general, you know, from PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, a lot of people really vibe with the atmosphere, the energy, the announcements, like everything together, people really enjoy. And this year is no different. 2023 was a fantastic year just about in every way, shape, or form, from announcements to events to games. We played so many good games, watched so many good events, and people wondering, you know, what's going on in 2024, where it looks like Xbox, according to rumors, to a variety of people, you know, definitely go on Twitter, you can check that out. I'll put a source to a little bit of thoughts that Jez Corin over there at Windows Central said in the description below. But essentially, you know, everyone expects this huge event to come to tuition or fruition or whatever, you guys. I know you guys are going to correct me in the comment section below. But look, at the end of the day, I think everyone just wants events. We want more announcements. We want to know when these games are coming out. And I think it's going to happen. You know, we had an Xbox developer direct at the beginning of last year, and we had one for Starfield. And I remember thinking when I was watching the developer direct last year, how well pacing it was. The announcement was on point. They had shadow dropped Hi-Fi Rush. So a lot of people have huge to massive expectations going into another developer direct that's not attached to something like Starfield. And the way it's looking, we're going to get one this year. You know, I personally feel like they should use this outlet to be more in detail. You know, I didn't have an issue with Inside Xbox. Maybe you guys can put in the comment section below what your guys' issue with Inside Xbox was. I just personally felt like it was too personality based. You can have personality based, but you have to get good personalities that people actually vibe with. And I felt like they were trying to make this show based on the general audience when only really the hardcore audience is watching. That's why I felt like their biggest issues was. I feel like Developer Direct is a really good tool they can use to where it's like, look, you know, we're going to give you all the announcements at, you know, the Video Game Awards, at whatever their June showcase is. We're going to give you all those announcements around that time because that is generally how the industry in general works. But what we're also going to do is give you developer directs to go into more detail on the games that we announce. You know, we will get games like Hi-Fi Rush announced at these events, and I think there is a chance that we might get a shadow drop. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video. But after that, you know, like Hellblade. Right now, we've seen a decent amount of gameplay, but I think people want to see the evolution of the gameplay. People want to see multiple variety of ads that you can fight, maybe different combats of different styles. They want to see more of that aspect when it comes to Hellblade. I saw a lot of people, you know, put the arms down when they saw the gameplay at the Video Game Awards, but, you know, me in particular, I've seen a lot of, you know, I love what I saw. I just want to see more variety. Maybe you guys can, you know, answer that if that's something that you guys are looking forward to in the comment section below. Me, myself, I've never really been a huge Hellblade fan, and I think I'm going to actually stream that over on the Addict Arena channel. But I think that what I've seen, it would make sense for them to evolve that franchise in terms of the combat, you know, from different weapons. And I think all these things is good for something like the Developer Direct. You know, Hi-Fi Rush is one of the very few incidences in the industry where they held on to something for so long and then they just let it go right there, then and there. And I think you don't really see that practice done too much. So to me, and this is just pie in the sky, you know, put in the comment section below, I'm sure you guys are going to disagree, and that's fine. I think Compulsion Games game makes perfect sense to do that. You know, I believe that the game has been in development long enough where we can actually see them doing something with that. You know, I think it's been in development since I'm trying to think here. It's been in development since 2000. When did We Happy Few come out? Let me look it up real quick. Happy Few. We Happy Few came out in 2016. So right there you see just that. You know, we have a huge gap between that game and, you know, what we're doing on now. It's like what, 20, so it's been a minute, man. I think you guys understand how long it's been. I think we're just really excited to see more information on stuff, and I think that's why South of Midnight makes the perfect sense in terms of a game where I personally feel like if they've been working on this game since 2016, 2017, there's no reason they don't have at least gameplay to show. And I felt like the event that we seen on it, we didn't see like no gameplay whatsoever. I feel that may be a reason for that. Maybe they want to show gameplay in the same event that they, you know, dropped this game's coming out right here, right now. Now, obviously, Compulsion Games, a lot of people, it was up and down if you liked We Happy Few. And I could understand the criticisms to We Happy Few, but I like the story aspects of We Happy Few. I just felt like the gameplay needed to be evolved drastically. So South of Midnight, I'm looking at that game, and I'm just like, I want Compulsion to prove themselves. And I'm really excited to see if they do that. You know, if they did have more gameplay to show last June, why didn't they show it? You know, I'm hoping I'm right that, you know, they'll come out with this direct. I don't know when it will be, maybe the beginning of next month or the end of this month. And they'll say, look, here is the direct. And after they show us, you know, South of Midnight, they'll be like, yo, it's out right now. Because I do think that Xbox, there's no way they didn't see how much good publicity and how good of it helped Hi-Fi Rush. So a game like South of Midnight is easy to put that towards that, to put that energy, that positivity towards South of Midnight, where, you know, people are just playing it right then and there. Don't really got a whole lot of like melting pots where by the time the game comes out, you know, people are just either done with the marketing where they've showed it multiple times in multiple years. I think the Xbox Direct is a good time to do something like that, you know, to show the gameplay, show, you know, a story aspect of what the story's going to be about, and then at the end just say it's out right now. You know, these little small games they could do that with. If they do shadow drop, which, let's be real here, because they shadow dropped Hi-Fi Rush does not mean that they're going to shadow drop every time they do one of these directs. You know, just one time is not a pattern. But I can understand why people are speculating on what it would be. During that Bethesda leak, we saw that I think it was Oblivion and Fallout were being remade. So maybe they launched one of those in the Game Pass that day. It would be interesting. I would particularly be more interested in like a Fallout 3 remake than I would be, you know, the Oblivion at that time, because I really enjoyed Fallout, and I feel like I haven't played Fallout in a while because I didn't really vibe too much with 76. At the end of the day, we all want events. We just want information, and I don't see the issue with people just wanting that. You know, Microsoft doesn't really do these directs a whole lot. I feel like last year was very successful with them when it comes to that, so I can understand why they want to jump on this bandwagon again and get on this hype train, start 2024 out the correct way. But anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm very curious to hear your guys' opinion on that. If you like this video, definitely hit that like button. It's always appreciated. You can always sub to the channel for weekly content. Do a video pretty much every day. But without any further ado, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. This is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. I hope they do another developer direct. That would be really intense. I would love that.